Azimio side is number one, all these issues that Azimio side want, they have been blanketed under the cost of living, the prices of fuel, the taxes being taken by the government. You get? So kama umeshasikia mtu anakwambia the price of unga right now is 200 for a packet of 2 kg. You get? The price of sugar all time high 230 for a kg. You get? The prices of fuel increased by up to 15% for kerosene, which is for the common man. Wachana na super diesel. Common man nani ako na gari?
Let me tell you something. These garis, they are not affecting. You see, they are affecting everyone because even when it comes to common man, they are traveling with matatus every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And nowadays, they are going to increase even the spare parts prices, the importation of spare parts.
Yeah, for sure.
So that means if you want to go to a place, you have to stay at the stage for so long before you find a matatu.
Yeah.
The prices are getting hiked every single day, every moment. Yeah, so you can imagine all these things that are affecting this common man. It's like they're like, you know what, we have seen struggle. Right now we are struggling. If going to the street is the only way that we can have the government looking at this issue of the cost of living, then so be it. You get? But majority of Kenyans do not follow clearly. Some Kenyan, okay, in Africa, although today is our day as Africa, but let me say this, without any fear of contradiction, as Africans, we are not readers. Yeah, it is not different for us Kenyans. We are not readers. People don't read. You think someone will get the papers, they will look at the front page and read the front page alone, and it is done. You get? So on the front page, they have not highlighted the issues like the way they want Herrera for, the way the Azimio side wanted this issue of bipartisan talks to be dismissed, so that they can have the issue like what went down in 2008, the national accord thing, when they are having a sit down with the president and the Azimio side, and then they're having a mediator like Kofi Annan, so that you can have wanaita serikali ya nusu mkate. You get? Majority of these things are not highlighted on the front page because the front page is a competitive space that we only need some few things highlighted, which will be the cost of living. You get? That's why Kenyans are on the streets. And so this thing of mambo ya cessation of invasion of the Jubilee Party, reinstation of the Cherera 4, opening of the servers, it is out of utter selfishness. We are almost going to an year after elections, and we are still frustrating the government. The same, you know, for wawili wakipigana nyasi umie. The same way they are still having wrangles, push and pull. Azimio amesema Wajakoya sasa amekuja amesema rege sasa ndio hiyo imeanza tena. BBI was shut down when it was still there, because right now we could be having the office of the ombudsman, people who could be getting money. Right now we could be having the prime minister and all these things, but all these things were shut down. Let all the politicians put their issues aside, and let them avoid blanketing their own personal issues to incite Kenyans. You see, that is gonna be the gravest mistake that the Azimio side can ever do. And still, if the government has the power to do that, they can do these things. You see, still, when it comes to matters like interference with the Jubilee Party, it is the Constitution of Kenya that allows parties to be independent.
Yeah, for sure.
And if the government interferes with it, that means the Kenya we are in is no longer the constitutional one we are the same constitution we are following. You should be allowed. A party is there to run itself. So anytime the government interferes, it is going to change a lot of things. So I really think the government should also consider the matters that Azimio is raising, other than if the server, you see, if the server cannot be opened, because
that's for sure.
It cannot be opened, because once you open it, it cannot be used the next time. It will be like, well, you're exposing it to attackers. But if the other things like interference and the others you have highlighted there, the government has the chance to deal with them. They're supposed to deal with them so that we can now leave the government to work alone. You see, the government should see that this Azimio side is a political party, and they are the opposition. They are trying to do everything to deviate the government from achieving what they want, so that in 2027 they'll be like, you had 5 years. What did you do apart from just competing with us and arguing with us in the public eyes?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That is a story that has been highlighted on page 4 of the Daily Nation. Grab yourself the papers and read more. And then there is the story about the wrangles, the leadership wrangles going down in Siaya County between the Siaya County Governor James Orengo and Mr. Oduol.
So apparently, Raila Odinga has a hand in the ouster of Oduol. So there is apparently allegations have it, or rather rumor has it, that Raila Odinga had a meeting with the Senator, or rather Governor James Orengo. I'm used to him being a senator for the past 10 years. So najipata bado nikisema senator, but he met with the Governor Orengo last week. Right here in Nairobi, and so during that time, and some of the calls that apparently have leaked, it's like Mr. Odinga has a hand in the ouster of William Oduol.
Whatever is happening over there.
Yeah, because apparently they're saying, once again, politics is just politics. They're saying it's an issue of gross misconduct. They're also highlighting some of the things like corruption allegations against the deputy governor, who is William Oduol, but apparently it's a witch hunt. Yeah, so that is a story that is on page 5. They are saying Raila's hidden hand in Oduol's ouster bid. ODM chief unhappy with fights at home.
Yeah. That is an ODM stronghold. They need to settle their things, because if they cannot do it in their stronghold, then I don't see how they can. If they get to be in the top positions, they will be able to survive there with the deputy and the president maybe arguing now and then. So the governor and the deputy governor, they should just sit down and check how they are going to deal with their issues out of the public eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This is what they're saying. Phone calls from ODM party, an array of secret meetings in Nairobi and Siaya ahead of a county assembly special sitting seem to have sealed Siaya Deputy Governor William Oduol's fate, leading to his planned ouster. Yeah.
Okay.
So na unajua hii Kenya wakishaamua wanasemanga wao sio deep state, but deep state wakishaamua wameamua.
They said you leave.
Yeah.
You didn't see Sonko leave?
Oh my God, I didn't expect.
Yeah.
During the impeachment of Sonko, I knew this thing.
Sonko had all the connections. I don't understand how he was thrown out of the government.
Yeah. But Sonko also was frustrated. Yeah, imagine where you are leading your home and then there is another man mwenye anakuja na key responsibilities, like for example, responsibility in an African household, like in my home, me, I know my dad pays fees, my dad pays rent, and then my mom takes care of food and the well-being of all of us. You get? So you can imagine now my mom has come up with another man and they said, you know what, from today henceforth, you're not going to pay for the rent, you're not going to pay for the school fees.
You're dividing your duties.
You will take care of maybe buying socks.
You're dividing duties.
Yeah, that's what happened when the NMS came.
NMS came in.
Yeah. But it is what it is. That is a story about the leadership wrangles in Siaya County between William Oduol, who is the deputy governor, and the governor James Orengo. It is on page 5. Looking at page 12, just before I look at a very interesting story that has been highlighted on page 3, which will be wrapping there. Manufacturers warn Kenya risks losing 130 billion investment if the finance bill is being passed. These things of money. You know, right now the shilling has really dropped. The value of the shilling.
Considering it to the US dollar.
Yeah. Against the dollar, it's like 136 now, 136 to 138 as of now. You get? So even when people are outside and they're investing right here, it's like whatever they envision might not come to be because of some of the financial bills and the financial laws that are still being debated in the National Assembly and in the Parliament. And so manufacturers are saying that Kenya might just incur 130 billion loss if any of the finance bills that are still in Parliament might just be approved. It's the same way there is a story on page 34 that is talking about foreign currency deposits cross a record to 1 trillion mark. And of course they are saying wealthy Kenyans and businesses seek a haven for their fortunes amid the relentless sharp fall in the shilling, which we are just alluding to. The fact that 136 against $1 is huge amount. And you know, this thing imeenda from let me tell you, from February imekuwa increased by up to 5 bob, 3 bob, 5 bob. Yeah.
The price of the Kenyan shillings, the price of dollars through the Kenyan shillings, it's 136.
136 as of now.
A lot.
Yeah, that's
and
a lot.
It's still increasing because if the things they don't counterattack whatever is happening, like the corruption cases, the money laundry, that gap will still continue.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Now, before I look at what's happening on the back page where we'll be finalizing, there is a story about a granny. You know, what is your grandmother doing? Do you, first of all, I would don't want to sound very insensitive. Do you have a grandmother?
No.
None of them from your mom's side, from your dad's side?
None.
Okay, Mimi.